here, Bill Muir or John Gruden?
That is probably a toss-up.
Yeah.
Is that a win, place, or show? I trifecta the whole thing.
Yeah, really.
Take my luck.
Second down at 12 at the 45 for the Buccaneers. Walker's in motion. King looking for somebody to break free, and he does a smart thing, get down.
And you said it, and we talked about his little meeting during the timeout.
Timeout, Houston. That's their first charge, timeout. 30-second timeout.
We are going to try to throw the football here, but let's not do anything stupid.
And especially running the quarterback and you get taken out. That's,
if it's not there, you're not sure. Eat it. Eat it. Worst case scenario, we punt the football.
Sure.
There's nothing wrong with punting the football. The ultimate goal is to score all the time, but when you think of managing the game, there's nothing wrong with punting. There's nothing wrong with playing to the strengths of your team. And quite honestly, I think that early on they may have to play to the strength of this team, and that is going to be this defense.
The defense again. Right now, let's take a look at the accurate play of the game, and we take you back early on, first quarter. Chad Stanley blocked by John Howell. And this leads to Rondé Barber picking it up. He fumbles. And then Aaron Stecker right there. Walks it in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Boy, looking at that replay, didn't realize how clean John Howell came in.
Yes.
Oh my.
14-0.
Took it off his foot.
And sideline ball for Marquise Walker. First time they've thrown in his direction. Coverage by Keith Mitchell, a linebacker down there. Mitchell did a nice job.
But you notice the placement of the ball on that one where, okay, you weren't able to catch it, but you know what? It wasn't an interception.
Yeah.
So
skating down the sideline going the other way. Tom Tupa, last time he punted, gorgeous effort, went right corner, left it at the 7-yard line. This one he hangs and puts it inside the 10. And there's a rookie move. They're trying to return from the 5-yard line. Corey Ivy smokes him out. That return by Adnan Harris.
That's a case of, okay, listen, this may be my last shot. I go 95, how can they not keep me? You're not thinking, hey, if I don't go 95, they're going to cut me.
He went about 4. He went about 25 yards to his right. That was about it. Well, Kent Graham does have a big arm. We mentioned that earlier. I got a feeling we're going to see some of it now. 3:36 to go. Texans down 4.
Yeah, now this is a great situation for both teams. Now you've got plenty of time on the clock, but you need a touchdown. So we got to be efficient, and then the Bucs surely can't give up the big play now.
Bucs rush 4. Graham's got time. Throws short. Travis Prentice takes it to the 25-yard line. That's a first down for Houston.
I always think in 2-minute drills that the first play is the most critical because you've got to get some type of momentum going. Get some type of rhythm, and a little check down like that, it's usually always a big play.
Jake Graham, veteran. Been with the New York Giants a couple of times. Over the middle, behind the receiver, tried to get it to Minardi. And Joe Todd was covering on the play for Tampa Bay.
For some reason, Kent didn't go off his first progression. He didn't come to Minardi early because he was actually open right there in the beginning, kind of hooked up. And Kent stayed to the left longer than I think he should have. Come back to the middle, I think he would have had a completion.
Kent Graham, 11-year man out of Ohio State, started his college career at Notre Dame before transferring. Second down at 10 at the 25. They bring the blitz. Graham hangs in, but not for long. Down he goes, and Corey Smith gets the sack.
That was a great job of disguising it, but then executing it. The timing in which you blitz, I think, is always important, and Smith did a great job of holding up. But, look how everybody occupies, and then Smith's able to get on the outside there and force the sack.
Got a man running free. Gideon downfield. Had it in his hands at the 25-yard line. No flags on the play.
Boy, correct me. Has that been Gideon's second drop?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't he drop one earlier?
Yes, he did. Dwayne Stukes covering for Tampa Bay. That'll bring up a 4th and 16.
Wow.
Boy, Graham did a good job buying some time.
Yep. Right in his hands.
Oh, yeah, separated, if any. Oh, man.
I mean, as a player, you like to find a reason and an excuse, and, you know, there's not. Just, you know what? I didn't catch it.
Man, put it on your hands.
You know, and I think you're right. That's the second opportunity he's had that he's dropped.
Carl Williams standing at the Tampa Bay 37th. Nice high punt by Chad Stanley. Williams, fair catch back at the 34-yard line. A lot of folks on the bubble. A lot of jobs on the line. We've spoken about that a lot tonight. Let's go down to TJ and Doug Graber to talk more about it.
Coach, the cut is coming on Sunday. Frank Murphy's a guy we have not seen thus far in the game. He's on the bubble with Aaron Lockett, probably.
Oh, and that's not good. I mean, obviously, if he's not in the game, that's very, very significant. Also, Pete Pearson has just played a few plays. Tracy Wistrom has not been in the game. You know, that pretty much tells you what's going to happen.
Bucs have to trim 19 guys to get to 53 by 4 p.m. Sunday. Back up to Dave and Merrill.
Thank you, guys. 19 players. Wow. Here's Stevens turning the corner, taking a big lick there.
You know, to follow up on what Coach was talking about there, you know, I've always found there's a bunch of scenarios. There are times where a coach does have his mind made up, but in question are the guys he's playing. I've had times where, you know, guys didn't play at all in the fourth preseason game, rookies, but they played so well they knew they were going to keep him. They just wanted to make sure he was the right keep, so they played the other guy. It does happen at times. I'm not saying it's happened today, but you know, these coaches sometimes make their minds up on certain players at certain times, and then just want to check the other guy out.
Got a guy on the board? Yeah, that makes sense. Of course, now you think you're flipping out because you know you played well as 3 games.
You know, you're right, because actually I was one of those guys. It happened to me. I'd had my rookie year, great preseason, played great. In the fourth preseason game, I don't even see the field.
You're going, like, yo.
Whoa, I mean, the writing's on the wall. So I said, look, I'm going to my hotel room.
Right.
I'm turning the phone off. I'm shutting the door. I'm shutting the blinds. And I hope I wake up at noon and I turn the TV on and I made the team. And it worked out. I did.
There you go. There's a drawing a crowd there. Stevens coming up on the 2-minute warning here in Houston.
Timeout, Houston. That's their 3rd and final. Charge timeout.
So Houston
30-second timeout.
Done. They can't stop the clock again. They do have the 2-minute warning.
I think if they're going to cut me, they're going to have to knock the door down and come get me out of bed. I bet it's not a fun experience for a lot of these guys that are on the bubble and potential guys that are going to get cut. You know,
and I can imagine the emotions you see. I mean, it's got to be tough.
Well, Dave, a lot of dreams coming to an end.
Sure.
You know? So, you know, you feel for them, but there's going to be guys, too, that do not make it this year, but will hook on somewhere else. I mean, there's always that story. You know, somebody that wasn't what they were looking for there. You see David Carr. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if they'll move down a little further. Yeah, they're going to. Now, they said it was his left knee, so that was nice to see that. Or was it his right knee? I can see there's kind of a bandage around it.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't rush into the locker room and take x-rays and do all that, so that's usually a good sign.
Excellent point. 3rd down and 8, 36-yard line. David Carr got hurt in the first quarter. They've been 3rd time they've run this play. First time they've given it to the reverse man. And Williams is going to be about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, they do that so that they can occupy the backside defenders.
This is a 2-minute warning.
You're right. Every now and then, just to keep them honest, you give it to them.
Timeout on the field. We're at the 2-minute warning. 17-13 Buccaneers.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers cheerleader swimsuit calendar is now available on Buccaneers.com. It's 16 months of cheer from the Buccaneers. Quantities are limited, so don't miss out. And for the world's largest selection of Buccaneer merchandise, log on to Buccaneers.com and click on the team store. Thousands of Buccaneer items are available, including personalized custom Buccaneer jerseys. And we'll ship them right to your doorstep. Football season is here. Get your Buccaneers gear now and pick up your Buccaneers cheerleader swimsuit calendar. It's all available on Buccaneers.com.
I know what I like, and I like what I know. All my socks are black.
Apparently he's a real creature of habit.
12:30 to 1, I take lunch. I go down to the Publix deli. I get the same sub.
I didn't know it was my second day, so I suggested our hot chicken tender sub.
He was very enthusiastic.
It's the absolute freshest premium tenderloin. It's double hand breaded. It's our own recipe.
And you know what? It was really good.
He got caught up at the moment.
I'm going to stick with the number 2 pencils, though. I draw the line there. Little architect humor.
Publix. where shopping is a pleasure.
Timing. The capacity to choose for utmost effect the exact moment for taking action. The 2002 Honda Clearance. The once-a-year opportunity for special savings on all available Civics. Your timing couldn't be any better. The 2002 Honda Clearance. Lucky you.
For a limited time, get special APR financing as low as 1.9% for 24 months on new Civics.
Welcome back, everybody. 2-minute warning here in Texas. Houston, to be exact. Tom Tupa about to punt again. Buccaneers defensive unit, the second and third teamers going to get a chance to see Houston's 2-minute drive and see if they can stop it.
Be tested under pressure, but not a greater gauge.
That's right. Tupa, line drive. This one caught 20-yard line, 25-yard line. And that's Adnap Harris. So 1:51 left on the clock. Kent Graham leads out the Houston Texans unit.
And you can assure yourself of one thing that's going to happen here. It is 4-down territory. This is with a 4-point differential. We know it's not going to be overtime. Both Tampa and Houston happy about that. But you will see Houston trying to, they've got to score. They've got to score a touchdown. So all 4 downs are open.
Here we go. Double wides to Kent Graham's right. And he's got Harris to his left, out of the gun. Boy short, there's nothing deep. Good tackle. And quickly brought down. That was Corey Chamberlain. Came up. Good lick.
Great job of not letting him get out of bounds, because there's a position where you could get out of bounds, but now have to hurry, come back, run a play, 2nd and 2.
Stansbury made that catch. Gain of 8. And down goes Graham. He put it up for grabs and catches a break. Cedric Pittman with the pressure with help from Tommy Townsend.
Boy, and Graham fell right into that pressure by Pittman too, boy.
Clock stopped with 1:23 to go.
You know, in Tampa, they're only rushing 3 right now. They're dropping one of the defensive linemen down into the middle while the other backer is running down the middle. So to get that kind of pressure with just three guys rushing, boy, big advantage for Tampa Bay.
1:23 to go. 17-14 Buccaneers. Graham throws it deep. Terrific coverage down there. Howell came over to bracket the receiver. Tried to get it to Tony Simmons. Let's look at John Howell. And he was working in conjunction with Chamberlain down there.
You know, I think this is a regular season game. I think you would see some different plays called, because you've already seen what Tampa has done. They're going to rush 3. Now, to ask your guys to beat them down the field or beat them in intermediate area is not going to happen. So you have to design or devise something else as far as calls, from screens to slants, to getting the ball in your receiver's hands quicker than they're doing.
4th and 3 at the 32. Graham got the first down. Got it to number 81, Tony Simmons. So they moved the sticks. The clock runs, though. We're at 1 minute to go.
With a new set of downs, I think you need to stop the clock there. This is preseason. I'm sure Kent's thinking the same thing. Everybody else, just let it run.
Yeah. Got a man running free. It's Gideon again. No flags. There was a little bit of a bump with Dwayne Stukes. And we'd like to thank all the Buck fans joining us on the Buccaneer Television Network in Orlando at WFTV. WFTV in Orlando, in Gainesville on WCJB, in Fort Myers on WFTX, in Tallahassee on WTLH, and statewide on the Sunshine Network. 2nd down and 10 at the 38, 45 seconds ago. Kent Graham, deep post. Minardi's there, off the fingertips. Howell was there, along with linebacker Justin Smith.
Boy, and I think it was Howell who come across and just hit the arms. He doesn't hit that, I think it's a completion. Good to see here in the replay. because that ball is put perfectly.
Oh, gorgeous pass, yeah.
You see how just hits his arms, and that's what you have to do defensively too. If you know the ball is there, then you have to make it as hard on that wide receiver to make the catch as possible. And the best way to do it is to take one of his arms away from him.
Sure. 3rd and 10 at the 38. Defender breaks free and gets Graham. And they say it is a sack. And that was Pittman who darted in. Cedric Pittman, first-year man out of Novato-Reno. Clock runs at 24 seconds. 4th and 20 at the 38-yard line. Buccaneers rush 4. Graham's got to get this one done. Throws it short. Through the hands almost. Is it intercepted? It is. And that's going to be your ball game. Tim Wansley comes up with the ball. That was intended for Travis Prentice. The Buccaneers are going to get out of here with a W and finish at 3-1 in the preseason.
And it is a win on the board, but I got to think that John Gruden leaves this game with, a few answers, a few questions that were not answered. And the one being his offensive line. Yes, you won the game, but it doesn't feel that way in a sense that, you didn't accomplish what you would like to. You don't feel as comfortable as you would like to feel.
Offensive line.
Yeah, offensive is right. But a big question mark. And I don't care who is your quarterback, who are your wide receivers, who are your running backs. That group must play well. And they're always neglected when you're doing well because they're doing the job so well. And when you're running poorly, it seems like that's the tension that they get that they obviously do not want.
Buccaneers win it 17-13. The good news is we talked about at the beginning of the year, as far as we know, there were no significant injuries. David Carr
appears to be all right.
Number 1 pick. Thank goodness he's all right. I don't care who you root for. You do not want to
you want all the best players playing.
Absolutely.
That's the way you want it. You don't want anybody hurt. And looking at the Texans, he's their best player. He is their best player.
They've built everything around this kid.
This stadium is a signature of what they have built around.
Well, you've got plenty more to come as we wrap it up and evaluate the preseason. And we'll tell you who our player of the game is when we return to Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas with our post-game show. Buccaneers come away victorious here in this final preseason game of 2002, 17-13. Back with more in a moment.